Hi guys, welcome to DerinsCorner. Today I'll be showing you how to make the Smoky Party Jollof Rice. Jollof rice is a type of rice that is eaten in the western part of Africa, specifically in Nigeria as well as Ghana. Before I go ahead with this tutorial, kindly click on the subscribe button below as well as the notification button to get more of this type of videos. I'm going to start with my pepper mixture, and the pepper mixture is going to be made of bell peppers, tomatoes as well as the habanero, and then of course I'm going to be adding onions as well as ginger. I'm going to put this mixture, my peppers into the blender, and then I'll be blending it into a smooth paste. The next thing I'll be doing would of course be to get my empty pot and put it on the medium heat. I'll be adding 2 cooking spoons of oil into my empty pot, which is already placed on medium heat. You can add as much oil as you want. I'm kind of conservative on the amount of oil I use. The next thing I'll be doing would be to get my chopped onions, and then I'll be adding my onions into my oil, and then I'm going to be stirring this and ensuring that it caramelizes. And then you start adding your spices. The first spice I'm going to add is thyme, 1 teaspoon of thyme, and then I'm going to be adding 2 teaspoons of curry powder. And then I'm going to be adding my bay leaves. The bay leaves actually gives it's an essential spice that you need to add. So I'm adding 5 pieces of bay leaves into the spice mixture as well as the oil. So I continue to stir this mixture to avoid it getting stuck at the bottom of the pot and to ensure that everything caramelizes. The reason why I'm adding all this is to ensure that all the juice from the spice, all this flavor from the spice is appropriately absorbed into the oil. Then I'm going to be also adding my seasoning cubes. I'm using 2 cubes for this particular recipe. I also want the flavor from the cubes to be absorbed in the oil, so I'll continue to stir this, and then I'll add in my second cube after. I continue to stir this to avoid it from getting stuck at the base of the pot. Just continue to stir the mixture. And then the last spice I'm going to be adding will be my basil leaves. This is an optional spice. I have it at home. I like the taste. That's why I'm adding it. But it's not an essential spice to be used when you're making the party jollof rice. The 3 essential spices are the thyme, the curry, as well as the bay leaves. Those are the 3 essential spices. If you have the white pepper, you can also add the white pepper, but I don't have that at home right now. And I'm going to be pouring in my pepper mixture, which has already been blended, into this caramelized onion mixture, and then I continue to stir. So you just continue to stir till it gets it evenly distributed. Then I'm going to cover my pots and leave it to boil. The type of rice I'll be using is the long grain parboiled rice. I'm going to be washing this rice under running warm water to remove excess starch, and then of course I'm going to continue to stir my pepper based mixture, and then I'll be adding tomato paste. I'm going to be using 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and that will be added into the mixture. Tomato paste gives jollof rice its reddish color. I'm going to continue stirring this to ensure it's adequately mixed. So I'm going to be adding my chicken broth now. I made this chicken broth by boiling my chicken with seasoning. So you're going to add the chicken broth into the pepper based mixture, and then you continue to stir. You also need to scrape the sides of your pots to avoid it from getting burnt. And then I'm going to cover this and boil for 10 minutes at mid to high heat. So I'll be covering my pot and allowing it to boil. At the end of the 10 minutes, I'll check my pepper-based mixture. I'll stir it a little bit to prevent it from getting burnt. And of course, I'm going to be checking the consistency at this stage. Then I'll be adding my already washed rice into the pepper-based mixture. I used 4 cups of rice to 8 cups of cooked pepper base. So I'm going to stir this slightly. And then I'll be tasting for salt. You recall that I've not added salt to my pepper-based mixture. This is the stage at which I add my salt. I'm using 1 tablespoon of salt for this recipe. And then of course I'm going to stir to allow the salt to be completely absorbed into the mixture. At this stage, put your stove at the lowest heat and allow to cook for another 20 minutes. At the end of the 20 minutes, I'm going to be checking my jollof rice, and you can see that it's almost done. It's just a little bit hard. I will be adding my half cup of stock, which is the chicken broth, into my jollof rice to soften it up a little bit. And then the next thing I'll be adding would be my Cameroon pepper. And the Cameroon pepper is what gives it that smoky flavor, like it was prepared using a firewood. So I'm using 1 teaspoon of the Cameroon pepper. And then next thing I'm going to be adding would be my ground ginger. That ginger gives it an added taste at the end. You know, I use ginger in the blending of my pepper. I'm going to be adding dried powdered ginger at this stage too. And then you just turn it slightly. Continue to turn slightly, and then of course you're going to be adding your tomatoes and your onions at this stage. Remember your pot is actually on low heat because you don't want it to get burnt at this stage. Slightly stirring the onions and the tomatoes into the jollof rice to ensure that it's adequately mixed in properly, and then of course you leave it on the gas for another 3 minutes. You don't want to leave it longer than that. After 3 minutes, your jollof rice is ready to be served. You can see that the rice is still al dente. It's not soggy, it's not mushy. This is how a smoky party jollof rice should look. Like I mentioned, the smokiness comes from the Cameroonian pepper as well as the ginger that is added at the later stage. So you can go ahead and serve your jollof rice. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Thank you. Bye.